Chelsea 2, Malmo 1. And like I said in my preview, guys, don't expect a flashy or a very convincing 4-0, 5-0 win as you would expect with our team and our quality and Malmo. And that's no disrespect to Malmo. You know, Malmo is as talent-wise, they're equivalent to a Bournemouth or a Wolves team. If they were to play in the Premier League, I'm confident enough in saying that they would challenge, you know, the teams like in the mid table. You know, they're a pretty solid team. And like I said, guys, in my preview, they're a team that likes to stay compact and they like to play on their counterattack. They have a solid target man in Marcus Rosenberg, and I'm pretty sure if you guys watch the game, you saw him play today, and he's great at holding the play up and linking up play and getting their players involved. And what they were doing early on was staying compact in the middle, pressing us, making it frustrating, you know, making it hard for us to play from the back. And they were trying to do what other teams have been doing to us their entire season is, you know, press high, stay tight to our players, our regista, and try to win the midfield battle. But I think quality separated us today because they are not because they don't have a Kevin De Bruyne or a Fernandinho or a Gundogan. You know, that's the difference between this team that we played today, Malmo, and City. You know, Ross Barkley today, this is probably his best game so far, but yet again, like I said, he doesn't do well when you press him. But today he was given more space, more opportunity. They pressed him a little bit, but you know, like I said, the quality level is different. It's the difference between Gundogan and De Bruyne is sticking to you, man marking you, pressing you high, as opposed to I can't even tell you a midfielder on Malmo's team. You know, that's the difference. But like I said, Barkley had a great game. You know, it was important that we got that first goal because prior to that, like I said, they were staying compact. They weren't allowing us to play through the middle. They were forcing us out wide, and they were trying to make it an individual battle between the fullbacks, and they were doing decent. You know, they created some chances and they were making it tough for us. But we got the first goal from Pedro crossed the ball in, and there was a lot of chances that were created that way. Pedro crossed the ball in, and Barkley was there. He controlled it nicely, and he made it easy finish. It should have been an easy finish for our quality, and you know, a player of Barkley's stature, he should be putting that in the back of the net. And fair play to him. He got his goal, and you know, there was a moments in the game where you know, this is Ross Barkley's goal. I'm gonna get back to what I was about to say, but this is Ross Barkley's goal, and you see he controls it, scores very good, pretty decent. But yeah, Barkley. Oh yeah, I was gonna get to the point to where he scored that goal. You know, that completely threw that game plan away. That's why it's so important to get that first goal, because they started pushing up, pressing up higher, and that left a lot of space in behind. You know, got me thinking at this point, where's Hudson-Odoi? He only got about what, 7 minutes of game time today. That was my big issue today with Sarri's decision making as far as subs and game managing goes. I feel like after that goal, we got the first goal, you know, and Malmo started pressing us higher, and there was more space in behind. You know, Pedro and William was running into those spaces, but I'm thinking Hudson-Odoi would have benefited today if he was out there. You know, he's a quicker player. He's better at decision making. And skill wise, I think that he's better than Willian and Pedro. I just think he would have benefited for all the open space in behind to run. His ability to run at defenders, he would have loved to have all that space to run into. Yeah, I can't really complain. That second goal that Giroud scored, I mean, it's a typical Giroud Giroud goal to flick on. But as you can see, that we hit him on the counter attack, and Willian, that's a greatly worked goal right there. I'm very proud of Ross Barkley. Ross Barkley, this play right here where he gets the ball in his counter attack, and he's just running at the defenders, running. As you can see, that's him right there. He's running at the defenders, and he makes that final pass right at the right time. Willian almost squanders the chances by cutting back to his right foot. I feel like if at that moment he could have had a shot there with his left foot, but he decides to bring it back on just right at this moment. I'm like, fuck, you know, we had squandered chance, but Giroud makes something out of it. Great finish, no complaints. Now, this goal right here, this is this is actually Ross Barkley's almost. He should have scored here, but a bit unlucky. You know, Giroud holds the play up. He links up the play with Barkley. And I like that. I like seeing that. I like seeing the tugging of jersey. It's showing that Barkley is being physical and he's getting into challenges. This is great. Look at that. Unlucky with the weaker foot as well. But there was just, you know, prior to that, I'm going back to the first half. We weren't getting in. We weren't winning enough 50-50 chances, and yeah, they were just giving us a hard time. They were winning the 50-50s. They were, you know, creating chances based off counterattacks. And only difference between us and them is that they weren't clinical enough. That as simple as that. That's the reason why. That's the reason why they didn't get more than one goal. I think there was a mental lapse, which led to the goal that we conceded because they hit us on the counter once again. David Luiz is out of position, but I'm not gonna knock him for that. I can't remember if we were on a corner or what. No, matter of fact, what had happened was I am kind of going to blame David Luiz for this because the ball is given up in the midfield. We gave up the ball in the midfield. I don't know what happened. We were trying to, you know, build up play, and we gave the ball away in the midfield area, and then they just hit us on a counter, and there you go. I told you in my match preview that they're very clinical. They don't create many chances, but they're very clinical, and they can hurt us on a counterattack, and that's how they got their goal. It's very annoying because I mean, I doubt that we're not going to go through, but the fact that we conceded a goal, it just shows you that mentally, you know, sometimes we have those moments where we shut off, and against teams like Manchester United and Manchester City, they're going to punish us every time. Christensen is just all over the place. I don't know. At this point, do you fully commit to a challenge? I don't know. I mean, he's the last defender, so at this moment, he has nothing to lose. I just wish he would have, you know, got in that challenge or something. I don't know. Something. But we conceded a goal, and that's that. Now, second leg, you got next, and I'm hoping and I'm praying Palmieri starts. Hudson-Odoi is starting because he was rested. I'm hoping, but I doubt it. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, I hope he's healthy. He's been having this back issue, and I honestly feel like if he wasn't injured, that he will be starting over Kovacic or Barkley. Either one. I feel like he's now eligible. In Sarri's mind, I believe Sarri wants to play him more consistent. He brings that physicality, that ability to keep control of the ball. He can also run at the defenders, and he has a good eye for goal. He can score as well. And we don't have a solid number 8 midfielder in our team. And Loftus-Cheek is probably the closest player that we have to a number 8. Barkley, we're trying to make him that player, but he's just like, maybe at best right now, what I see at best he can be for us is a squad rotation player, a player that you have on your team that you need to have to rotate the players whenever you're going against, you know, whenever you need your main players to rest for the main fixtures, and you can have them playing the cup ties and the I guess the Europa League group stages, you know, against this. But Barkley, what he needs to improve on is his ability to keep possession of the ball, his decision making, and reacting to the press. Also, in the final third, he tends to, you know, either his touch gets away from him, or his pass isn't as crisp as it should be. He can really improve on this. But this right here, this moment right here where he scores, I mean, our second goal where he just running at the defense. He's running out, and he makes that final pass right there. That's what he's missing in this game. He needs to be able to do that more against the better opponents, against better opposition. And if he does that, he can increase his value to this team. Because we need that. We need goals. We need midfielders who can create chances, who can make that final pass, and we're lacking at that. Fabregas left. We haven't found a replacement. Paredes went to PSG. And yeah, you know, but all in all, I wasn't expecting a big victory, but I'm happy with the victory. But I'm happy with the result. I haven't seen much to convince me that we're changed. I mean, this is a lackluster performance. If there was a better quality, they probably would have won this game, or at least probably got a second goal. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'll take the victory. If we play like this, but we win from here on out in the season, I can care less. You know, I just want to win. I want to hopefully get into the top 4 and fix all our problems in the transfer window. Which I'm praying that we don't get a transfer ban, because if we get a transfer ban, that's it for us. That is it for us. We're better off at, I don't know how many players on loan that we have that have the policy of bringing them back in, having a buyback clause and bringing them back in. Because most loan deals, they don't have that in their contracts that you can, you know, bring them back, like FIFA, you know. So we have nobody else to blame but ourselves and our board. And like I said, Abramovich, if you can't find a board that's competent in running this club and having the ability to make footballing decisions, if you don't have that and you don't fix it and you leave it how it is, sell the club. Because obviously you don't have time for it. You don't have the time to commit to the club. And it's also being reported that, you know, after our 6-0 loss, there's no contact with the boss and Sarri, and they don't have that relationship, according to Sarri as well, because immediately after the press conference, you know, he mentioned in the press conference that when they asked him about his job being in jeopardy from the boss or the owner or whatever, and he was like, it would be nice to hear from him, even if, you know, if it's a phone call, because he rarely speaks to him. He never speaks to Sarri, and that jumps at my face like, wow, this kind of explains everything. Like, you get this man for his attacking philosophy, but you don't back him. If he's your guy, then back him. Give him the players that he wants and needs, and try to help him paint his picture to bring his football to the club. If you don't have that relationship if the owner and the manager or the coach doesn't have that relationship, then how are they going to be on the same page? And that's exactly why, you know, even Guardiola kind of hinted at this as well, you know, why he chose Manchester City as opposed to Chelsea, because we offered him the job. But he said that City's owner, they knew what his idea was, and they had an agreement. They came to agreement of his philosophy and his belief, and they backed him on it. That's why he said he chose City over Chelsea, and you know, I don't blame him. And for this reason, also, if Hudson-Odoi, if he decides to leave, then fair play to him, because if he can't make a team, if he can't make it on the starting lineup with a team like this that's been performing as bad as we have been, then what can he do? You know, when the players in your position are playing shitty, the team is playing shitty. Why can't you make it on a team? Which makes me also believe that he was the player that allegedly said that if Sarri stays after this season, that he's leaving. I wouldn't be surprised if that was him. And if it was him, then fair play to him. I can't blame him. He's a young player who wants to play. And when you look at Vinicius Jr., who had a fantastic game against Ajax, once again, he's performing. He's not even 18 years old yet, and he's playing well. And you look at Mbappe, who's 20 years old, had a fantastic game against, you know, against Manchester United. He stepped up when Neymar, Cavani, and Munir, or however you pronounce his name, when they were all out. These key players, they were all out. And United should have been the favorite because they were the stronger team. In my opinion, they had their starting 11, their typical players. And PSG didn't. They were weakened. They were a weakened PSG team, and they couldn't get the job done at home. And Mbappe, he showed up. They're giving these players these opportunities. They're trying to find the next Ronaldo. They're trying to find the next Messi. Because at the end of the day, Messi and Ronaldo, they're leaving soon, you know. And I know that's different. They're different clubs or whatever, but they're looking at it from a business standpoint. If Kylian Mbappe or you know, even Hudson Odoi or Vinicius Jr., if they become the players that Ronaldo and Messi are, that's a lot of monetary gains for that. That's a brand. You can build a brand off that. You know, especially Real Madrid, they're big on finding their next Galactico or having a big image because it produces money. You know, at the end of the day, it's about money. Football has become about money, and that's another reason why, you know, these players are able to hold the club for ransom, because at the end of the day, they can play however they want to, and they're gonna get paid. If you've seen the offer that Ramsey has gotten for Juventus, there's no way in hell you can convince me that Ramsey deserves 400K plus a week, 500K plus a week. That's ridiculous. Not even Messi or Ronaldo. Well, I don't know how much they make, but I'm pretty sure they don't make that much. 500K a week, 400K a week, however much it is. That's ridiculous. You're telling me that he's better than Paul Pogba, better than Neymar, better than Mbappe, and all these players that are considered the world's best at what they do in their position. You're telling me that Ramsey is amongst them? He can't even stay healthy. I don't know a season where he's completed a whole season without, you know, big injuries, where he's missed massive time off. You know what I mean? So, whatever. You know, maybe you eventually see something that I don't see, or that desperate, or that's maybe why he didn't, Arsenal didn't resign him, because that's ludicrous. You know, no player's worth that. I don't even think Hazard is worth 500, 600K a week, and not until he can increase his goal tally. I'm sorry. The highest I go for Hazard is 350K a week, and he's already at 300K. You know, but it is what it is, guys. I'm done rambling. I'm sorry that my preview came out so late, because I edited the video and it was taking forever to edit. So, you know, it is what it is. If you want to check that out, you can, but I don't blame you if you don't. Leave me your comments about the game. What are your thoughts? I'm out. Peace. Luffy. Yep, this is, by the way, this is, if anybody watch anime, One Piece, Monkey D. Luffy. One of the best guys in anime, man. This guy's badass. Anyways, guys, subscribe, like, share. I'm out.